Keith, hey, I want to talk about when you're trying to chase your dreams. Like, you're out there, man, you're fighting, you're making connections, you're struggling, you're networking, you're getting it. And then between being everywhere at once and being busy as shit, a million phone calls, being everywhere and being everything to everyone to the point of exhaustion and still pushing through, but then the pendulum swings and then it's time to be very isolated and very like freaking Einstein in a laboratory, or Thomas Edison. You think if Thomas Edison was answering the door every single time somebody wanted to pull on him or pull him into their agendas and tell him all of their crap they're going through, do you think he would have really been able to invent the light bulb? If you know what I'm saying? So go into your laboratory and shut off everything. There's an amazing thing on your phone called block mode. You can, at certain times of the day, turn that mug on and nobody can call you or contact you except for a custom list of people that have to get a hold of you, right? So I just leave it on block mode all the time and start screening your calls. Like Gary Vaynerchuk says, do you get mad when somebody actually calls you anymore? Like, it's disrespectful. A text message is more appropriate now because people are so busy, right? So I believe that you can't really get to the next level and hit levels of consciousness, I'm serious, in your brain that allow you to hit new paradigms of life, to do new things that you really want to do, that your heart calls you to do, if you can't get into that certain space. See, if you're running around all the time pleasing other people and pick up the phone and doing shit and, you know, I don't know, it's cool to help old ladies across the street and shit. Like, that's cool. Open up the door for some old dude and, you know, kick him in the ass. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. But it's cool to be there for other people, but at the same time, I don't think you can really, there's not enough hours in a day. So imagine, like, you ever see that, like, old picture of, it's like a dude, it's like black and white, and he's sitting there, like, working on something or writing with a feather pen. It's real dark. It's like in a room of, like, it's like a man cave, and he's got nothing but a candle lit, and he's, like, real wise, and he's sitting there writing something totally undisturbed, and the genius flows, right? Think about that. That's the shit to me. The ability to just sit in a man cave. I have this crazy fantasy of it's not really, it's a dream. I want to have a house one day with, like, a panic room, like a bomb shelter room somewhere in a fire room or a basement, and have slate put in the walls and a huge timer, like a lock, that, like, no animals, no wife-a-tron, nobody, no phone calls can get into. And, like, once a day I just go in this room for like 2-3 hours and it's complete silence, like peace, and just sit there and work on a master plan and write an amazing whatever it is, dude. And people can scream and bang and kick the doors and firemen can come and but you can't even hear a sound, right? And there's a timer counting down, like, I'm not coming out of this mug for 1 hour and 54 minutes. Bitches. I always think about stuff like that. That's why I got an office, because it was really about, like, the peace of mind. I noticed that I can, like, go to the office. It's just this little tiny office. And I got a deal on it. And close the door. It's complete silence. Whew. Then I could, like, come up with these ideas that make a difference, come up with these ideas that make money, being able to hang your ideas, take them out of your head and hang them on a on a structured framework that you can actually take and invest into and put into action. If you're constantly distracted by everybody and everything all the time, and you can't get a moment of peace in this crazy chaotic world we live in with Facebook and the internet and YouTube, then how are you going to come up with the plan? And this might just be for me. Maybe you're one of those rare gifted people that you could do it, like, in real time on a fly without going into, like, a quiet state of solitude. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I have this buddy who's a really good rapper. His name is Hatch, and he said everybody's always on some we shit. Why am I saying that? Because when you start to really chase something or you become really inspired, everybody wants to jump on you and say, oh, screw your dream. Let's do this together. We could do this. We could do a whole album. Like if you're in a band or something, we could do a whole album together. What are you talking about, man? I want to finish my album, right? I want to finish my shit. I want to do my shit. And then people say, what do they say? You're selfish. Selfish asshole. What are you talking about, man? See? It's like if you only get to live once, don't you want to do something great? Don't you want to climb the top of the mountain like Rocky and be like, yeah, bitches? Wouldn't that be great? But I don't know. Maybe I'm afraid. I am afraid. I'm afraid to have, like, be sitting there with like 5 kids and changing diapers and shit, looking out the window. It's almost like being like tied down to a chair as a little kid, looking out the window at other kids playing and running around and throwing footballs and shit, and you're sitting there like, whew. You start to value your freedom. But I don't know, man. Look at this old ass truck. I'm a cheap asshole, dude. I am not about to go buy a new truck. I'm like, ride it till the wheels fall off. I have like a storage locker full with all a bunch of old 2-cycle equipment, all broken down. It just needs to be fixed, actually. It's like minor fixes. And I save it all and hoard it all and shit. Do you ever invest in silver, gold and silver? Think about that. Ooh. Alright, dude. It's freezing out here, bitches. GIE Expo, here we come. Alright, take care of yourself. I know you like these crazy ass, weird ass fucking night videos. Now. Alright, peace.